Good morning, guys. If you can hear me clearly, drop a comment, please, so that we can get started immediately. Good morning, guys. You're welcome back. Good morning, guys. I'm so excited to be here again. So if you can hear me clearly, please drop a comment so that we can get started immediately. I want to be so sure that you can hear me clearly and you can see my screen, so that we get started immediately and we do not take so much of our time. So I really need to be sure you guys can hear me. Good morning, guys. All right, I'm seeing your comments, guys. You guys can hear me clearly. So you're welcome back to our live analysis today. You're welcome back. If you're new here, I just want you to know that on this channel we drop a lot of strategies that will help you in trading synthetic indices, and it is also going to help you even if you're a currency pairs trader. So if this is something you love, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're new, do not forget to follow up all our activities so that you do not get left out. Okay, so let's get straight into today's live session. Any asset you want me to analyze, please drop it in the comments. I'm going to pick one or two after the first one I'm going to be analyzing. So drop a comment on whatever asset you want me to analyze, and take note, this is synthetic indices live session. We are not going to crypto, we are not going to currency pairs for now. If we're going to go into that, I'm going to always give you guys updates, but let's focus on synthetic indices first. I feel this is one of the major issues or major thing people has issues with, so let's focus on that first. So I'm going to be making analysis on volatility 51s first. I'm just going to be giving you a run through on what I am thinking about it and what I have made analysis about. Throughout this week, synthetic has been so funny. You know, you're going to mark out a PO high, it will take you out, move in your direction, but regardless, we are still standing still. So let's go directly into volatility 51s. And just like I always tell you guys, I love to make my analysis on 24 hours time frame. I love to start from the 24 hours time frame. In fact, if the river had given us more time frame, I would have loved to start from the weekly time frame, but since this is what we are limited to, I love to start from the 24 hours time frame. Now, if you remember one of our analysis where we made analysis on 51s, I marked out this point as an area where I am expecting that market would use for a continuation area. I was expecting market to use this area for the continuation area. We actually reacted at that particular zone, but we could not use it for a deep movement. There was reaction, but market did not give us a deep confirmation to tell us that we want to start moving to the downside. So based on that, we're going to just delete this and look at what market is currently displaying. So this is a break of structure to the upside. This is BOS. I'm going to tag that BOS. This is our BOS to the upside, and eventually we had market come back to give us a change of character. Market gave us this first move to the downside, which is a change of character for us. So we're going to mark that as a change of character. And I hope you know that a change of character does not necessarily mean the market wants to go in that opposite direction. It is just market telling you that it is exhausted. So I'm just going to mark this out as a change of character. Then after the change of character, I'm going to look forward to what market is currently doing. Now, where is this market reacting from? That's the first question. We are reacting at a very good area, at a very good point of interest. If you check your MT5, you'll see that we had our last break of structure to the downside, but you can see that the reef is limiting us on this trading view. So I'm just going to mark out what I am currently saying. So you can see that we are reacting at a very good point of interest, which is the sponsored candle. So markets giving us this change of character is still a valid thing for us. So this change of character at that POI is still very valid for us. And for markets to give us this change of character, my belief is that every other thing can be rated. The only thing that should not be rated, that would definitely confirm us that we are bullish, is market rating this high. So until market rates this high, we can't be so sure that market is going to give us that bullish movement. Then another thing I want you to take note of is that where market is currently reacting to, is it a valid area of interest? For me, it is not really a good area of interest when market is currently reacting for this buy. So I'm not so much expecting that market will take this high and then we will start that bullish run. Of course it can, but I am not really expecting it yet. So what I am seeing in the market, let's go to 4 hours time frame. So what I am currently seeing in the market is that on 4 hours time frame, our last break of structure is still to the upside. This is still our last break of structure. Now, is this low a good, is this low a strong low? Of course it is. You can see that we had a previous low manipulated to the left hand side. So this low is a good or a strong low for us. So I'm going to mark that out. Now, the only thing that will confirm me that this point of interest is really a valid point of interest is when market gives me a break below this low. When market gives me a break below this low, that is what would confirm to me that we want to start moving in the bearish area. That is what is going to give me that confirmation that market is going to be bearish. So this is what I am currently looking at on volatility 51s. If we're going to continue that buy movement, this is the PO high I'm expecting market to come back to. If we're going to continue that buy movement, I'm expecting market to come back here. So I'm going to mark it out. Now, remember I said market is reacting at daily good point of interest. However, on this 4 hours time frame, until market breaks this low, we can't be so sure that we want to start that continuation to the downside. And that is why I am marking out this buy point of interest. So meaning that when market gets to this buy point of interest, you are definitely expecting a strong point of interest. So you are expecting a strong point of interest to confirm to you that this PO high is going to hold. If market does not give you this good confirmation, then I am not expecting you to enter the buy from here. However, if market does not give a confirmation and we have a break of this low, I'm just going to be expecting that break to happen, liquidity to be created, then we're going to continue that sell movement. Now, you can see that I've given you 2 possible things that market can do. It is either it comes back to this PO high based on this 4 hours time frame break of structure. So it is very possible for us to come back to this PO high and then we continue to the upside. And it is also possible that we have a break of this low. Remember that we work based on probability always. And when you work based on probability, you want to consider the 2 areas, which is the buy and the sell. Which one has more weight? Which one is more visible? Now, the one that is more visible to me based on this 4 hours time frame, or based on the 24 hours time frame, is that we are reacting at a PO high and it is possible for us to break this low. But what if market does not break the low? Then that is why I marked out this PO high for that buy continuation. So when you see a confirmation at that area, you are no longer surprised to the fact that market is supposed to break this low. You are not considering that. You are just looking at what market is doing and you are not reacting. You are trading instead. Okay, so let me pick one more asset from, okay, 2 more assets from the comment section. So let me see. So number 1, we have few people mention volatility 10, so we are going to go into volatility 10 now. You can keep dropping the asset you want me to analyze, and I'm going to pick the most mentioned. So let's go to volatility 10. So 24 hours time frame on volatility 10, just like our custom. Okay, volatility 10. Our last break of structure on volatility 10 is obviously to the downside. This is our last break of structure. So whatever buy movement is happening currently is just markets giving us a retracement or a pullback. So this is our last break of structure, and the only place that would confirm me that we are no longer bearish is when market comes back and take this high. When market comes back and take this high is the only possible thing that would make me know that market wants to start a bullish continuation. So before then, since our last break of structure is to the downside, I'm just going to be looking for a sell continuation point of interest. So the first thing I want to look out for is the last break of internal structure, which is this low. My last internal break. So I am considering this high, this one here, as my possible point of as my possible liquidity. I'm considering this high as a possible liquidity. So you can see that we have fair value gap here. So first, I'm marking out this PO high as my first point of interest. I'm marking this out as a first point of interest for us. Okay? This is my first point of interest for volatility 10 for that sell continuation. And also, market can take it further by taking this high. By breaking this high, market can do that. It is very possible for market to take this high as an inducement. So I'm just going to mark out the second possible area where we are expecting market to continue that sell movement. This is 24 hours point of interest. So I'm still going to go to my 4 hours time frame and confirm what market is currently doing on 4 hours time frame. And guys, I hope you can hear me and everything is okay. So on my 4 hours time frame, this is what I am looking at. This is the last break of structure to the upside. Let's mark this. Last break of structure to the upside. And this low is a strong low. this our low is a strong low, so this is the only low that will also confirm to us that we want to start that view sell movement. So I'm marking this low out as my possible area where market will break for that sell continuation. So how do we join this market? You can see that where market is reacting is a good area. Let's go to 15 minutes time frame. So let's see this. Have we taken it? No. And this is a strong high. So one thing I am just looking at on volatility 10 is I would not love to jump inside the trade for a buy continuation. Why? Because I am currently seeing a buy movement. However, we've not broken our strong high. So it is still very possible for market to come back and hunt this low. It is still very possible for market to come back and hunt this low if it doesn't break this high. So I'm just going to patiently wait for market to break this high. Once this high is broken, I would look forward for market to do something like this, come back to this area, this point of interest, which is my interest candle, and make a continuation. However, I am just waiting for it to break this high because honestly you can't be so sure of what market will do. So I am waiting for it to break this particular high, and once that high is broken, I will just look for this interest candle continuation to take all of this high and approach our 24 hours point of interest. I hope this is detailed and well explained. So let's pick one more asset. I do not want to take so much of your time. Let's pick more assets. Okay. All right, I'm going to pick volatility 25. We've had more people mention volatility 25, so we're just going to work with volatility 25 as our last asset that we are going to be analyzing on this live session. Okay, so volatility 25 come up, 24 hours time frame. All right, this is beautiful. So we have our break of structure to the upside already. This is a clear break of structure, but the issue is that we are unable to see what has happened in the past. We are unable to see that. You can check that on Deriv MT5, but on trading view you can barely see that. So this is a break of structure to the upside, right? So this is where I'm expecting, but before that, let's go to 4 hours time frame and let's see what market is currently doing. So this is our last break of structure, which is our last range structure break. Here, the break of structure. So this is what I am expecting. I'm expecting a retracement. I can't jump into this buy setup. I cannot jump into this buy setup. It has already gone too far. We've broken structure, so all you are waiting for is retracement. Over the last week, over this past week, market has been moving on different assets. It has been moving impulsively, not bringing us retracement, but I'm still going to stick to my strategy of expecting a retracement. I'm going to be expecting a retracement. Let's check 15-minute time frame. I cannot jump into this buy setup, and I can obviously not look for a sell setup, because this is definitely a move to the upside. So I'm not expecting any sell movements. I don't even want to jump into the retracement. So I'm just going to stick with market giving me that retracement, because you cannot tell how long a retracement would be. So this movement has already gone so far for us to get any area for continuation. So I'm just going to be waiting for market to do a retracement, and I'm going to advise you currently avoid volatility 25, either for sell or for buy. The reason is because it has moved so far for you to jump into the buy. And secondly, if you are looking forward for the retracement, it should be a visible retracement area, not just a random retracement, because you cannot tell how long a retracement will be, and you might exhaust yourself trying to trade retracement instead of waiting for the real move. So personally, I'm just going to avoid volatility 25, both for the buy and for the sell. I'm just waiting for the retracement to happen, and we are good to go. So let me pick one more asset. Let's do volatility 101s. That's the last asset I'm going to be doing for the day. So let's go to 24 hours time frame. All right, we had a sweep. This is a sweep, not the real break of structure. So since we had this sweep, there's every possibility market can take this high, but then we can't be so sure. So let's see what we are expecting from the market. Where is our last area of BMS on 4 hours time frame? Okay. This is our last area of BMS. Point of interest. So 15-minute time frame. Okay. So this is 15-minute time frame. Then have we broken this high? Not yet. Not yet. But every move here is just making a signal for us that market wants to start the buy. So, okay, where is market currently reacting? Let's see. It took out this liquidity. It took out this liquidity. So let's see where we are expecting it. So this is a strong high, but it's an internal, so I'm not going to focus on that. Let me delete this. We have this liquidity taken also. Where is market currently reacting for the sell? It's a strong high. All right, so for volatility 101s, this is my expectation. First, I'm waiting obviously for market to break this high. Take note of the analysis we've done, guys, so that you can incorporate it with your analysis, with your personal analysis. So I'm waiting for it to take this high. Then I'm expecting something like this. This is 15-minute time frame, so this is not going to take so long if market is truly going to come back to break this high. By evening, you should get that continuation if it is truly going to break this high. So once we have that break of that high, then you look for that buy continuation. This is my verdict on volatility 101s. Where is it currently reacting here? Okay, not bad, but we are waiting for the confirmation. Remember, we've marked out our PO high, so the next thing we are just waiting for is a confirmation for that buy setup, and it might possibly give it and it might possibly not give it. So if market does not break that high, then we are definitely waiting for it to break this low. Once this low is broken, then we are big on selling. If it doesn't come back here, then we are expecting something like this. Then we are selling till we take this low, this one. That's my target. If market breaks below this low, that's my target. But for now, I'm still waiting for it to come back and break this high. Then we look for that buy continuation. I hope I have clarified a lot of things. I have explained a lot of things to you, and you've learned one or two things from the live session. If you have a question, please drop it in the comments. Let's answer questions and clarify some things. Crash 1000. Oh, I'm sorry, we are done for today, but then let me help you look that as people are dropping their questions in the comment. I don't know where you entered for your buy, and I can't really give a judge on whatever personal analysis you made for yourself. So you just have to be the judge of your analysis. Let me check the 24 hours time frame. You can drop your questions, guys, for clarifications. All right, if you are looking forward to where to place your take profits, I definitely do not know where you entered. So you have to be the judge of where your stop loss and all of that would be. But if you are looking forward for where to put your take profit, it should be this side. It should be the final external. Okay. This should be your final take profits. While you can work with taking profits on 1:3, 1:4, depending on where you entered. So guys, your questions, drop your questions, drop your comments. Do you enjoy today's live session? What do you think about it? Just drop me a comment before we call today the end, before we call the analysis an end. Please, can you explain more on liquidity? I have a lot of liquidity videos on my channel, so just check them out. In fact, I've done a whole lot of liquidity videos, so you can definitely check them out so that you don't get confused when I'm talking about liquidity or inducement. Okay, you can just check through this channel for all those liquidity videos. How do you access volatility on TradingView? This is the link. Let me show you. See, charts.deriv.com. This is the link. This is the link. Charts.deriv.com. You will not access it on normal TradingView Deriv. Is a strong high or a strong low known as liquidity taking? What's your definition of liquidity taking? Like, what's your definition on liquidity taking? But for strong high and strong low, I made an explanation in my last video. I think 2 videos back, I made an explanation on what's the name, on strong highs and strong lows. Let me show you. I think 2 videos back, I think so. Yes, 2 videos back. And the name is Recognize Your Strong and Weak Areas Now. So you can check that out. I explained a lot about strong highs and strong lows Okay, what's the difference between strong highs and strong lows? Check the video for strong highs and strong lows, then you are going to understand perfectly what strong highs and strong lows really means. Okay, so guys, I'm still waiting for your questions before we just wrap it up for the day. Okay, there are a lot of videos on your channel. Where can one start as a complete novice? Start with market structure as a complete novice. I have a playlist for that. I have a playlist for structure, so start with the structure on the playlist. Just check the playlist and then you're going to see different structure videos that is there. Okay, which criteria do you look out for to validate pullbacks in order to mark structures correctly? Okay, when market is pulling back, I want to get market break a strong high or strong low in that direction. So let's take for instance, this is break of structure to the downside, right? This is break of structure to the downside. For this pullback that started happening, my change of character happened here. So when I saw this change of character, and you can see that it was with a bodied candle, not with a wick. When I saw this change, if I am analyzing and I see this change of character, the next thing that would come to my mind, a change of character for that range structure. So my thought would be that market is coming back to fill up this fair value gap since we have that change of character. So that is what validates my pullback for me. So when market came back to this low to take this liquidity and it started buying, if I get a confirmation from here, then I can buy for market to take this high. This is going to be where my take profits would be. Okay, my take profits would be on this high. That is when I can be rest assured that the pullback I am entering is actually valid, or the pullback I am entering is a good area. Okay, since this is 24 hours time frame and the pullback can take a long time, so I would just join in the pullback because it has given me a visible and clear structure. Do you understand? Do you engage in partnership? What kind of partnership? You can send a DM to me on Telegram. So guys, this is going to be all for today. We are going to put an end to today's live session. I'm going to see you guys in the next live session, which is on Saturday. Okay, not live session. We're going to be having our boot camp from Monday. I'm so excited, guys. From Monday, we're going to start our boot camp, which is also going to be on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be dropping all the information you need as regards the boot camp on the Telegram group. So do not miss any of the boot camp session, guys. So this is going to be all. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Have an amazing trading day, and do not burn yourself out from chasing a trade. You also deserve some rest. Okay, so this is going to be all, guys. Have an amazing day ahead, guys.